Hey Dad. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you through how to do some really basic things on the website that hopefully you should be able to do without breaking it. Okay, I just want to check. I don't know if you can see this full screen. I think you can. Okay, so when you log on to your website, put in the normal URL at the top here, so tutorsupport.net, and then at the end you want to add / and then WP, which stands for WordPress, then -admin. And then normally when you'll get to a login screen where you'll have to enter your username and password, but I'll send that to you via email shortly, so that's quite self-explanatory. Okay, so this is your dashboard, and this is the page you'll see when you log in. So this is basically where you control everything that's going on in your website. The website's categorized into different kind of control areas. So your home page and the basic structure sits in a different place to your content pages. So this counts as your home page, and everything up here counts as your home page. But for example, these 3 posts sit in a different place. So just kind of bear that in mind. So I think what you wanted to do was to add some copy here that said about the revision courses, the revision days. So I'm just going to copy this bit of text from here. So when you log into your dashboard, anything, like I said, that's to do with the home page sits in a different place. So that sits under appearance. So you want to click appearance, and then you want to click customize. Just FYI, never ever ever change the theme, because that will just mess literally everything up. So just don't do that. Don't ever do that. But yeah, click appearance and then customize. My internet's just running a bit slowly today. The best way to figure out this part is just to really have a play around. But again, don't really change anything. Like, don't change the fonts, don't change the header image. Everything that I've put in is quite specific around like making the website run as quickly as possible, and also images and things are a certain size, and if you start putting in random images, then they're not going to look good. They're going to be stretched, and won't have a good user experience. So anyway, I think this bit of copy is in theme options and then homepage template. Yes, it is, under this title hero content. So you can see the copy that you've got at the moment. We help students achieve outstanding exam results at 6th form college and university examinations. It's the same as the copy is here. And WordPress is designed to be quite user friendly. So even though it's hard to kind of find your way around, you can usually figure stuff out with trial and error. But anyway, I'm just going to copy in the copy from earlier. So join us at the A-level economics revision days, May 1st, May 7th, May 13th. Maybe I should add something in there as well about where they are. Where is that here? Okay, I'm going to just take this, because people really do care about pricing, and that's like one of the main questions that I'm sure you'll get asked all the time. Actually that looks a bit long. Maybe I'm just going to say at Parkside Hall, Amped Hill. The annoying thing about putting copy in here, and the way they've set it up here, is that it's all HTML. It's like code rather than I can't think what else it's called. What you see is what you get, or something. So you need to know like a tiny bit of HTML code if you want to put in things like paragraphs. So I think, there we go. Just to break it up a bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna save that. And then at least, like, if you want to play around with it or change this copy or whatever, you know where you can find it. So once you've saved it, that should automatically update it on the website. So that's basically where your homepage stuff is kept. It's all in here in different places. So the menu is obviously the menus. The widgets are, I'll just show you, the widgets are these 3 things at the bottom. So if you want to change those text widgets, then you do that here. The header image is obviously the photo, which I've said don't touch the colour and backgrounds. So yeah, that's that part. So I'm just going to come out of this. Okay, so I'll take you back to your dashboard. Now, I don't know if you want to change any of this stuff, but I'm just going to quickly walk you through it anyway. So in your posts, those are the three like pages that kind of sit. I shouldn't call them pages because that's going to be really confusing. But your three posts that sit here, they are here, here, and here. So if you want to change any of that, you can do that in here. So I'm just going to go into one for an example, into this UCAS one.
Like freeze it for a moment.
So inside here, whenever my internet catches up with me, okay, you can see that it's quite easy and self-explanatory to edit those, which is a bit like Word or whatever. The only kind of difficult thing is the images. So I know you don't, for example, you don't like this image and you can replace it with another one. So never just remove it because otherwise it will look a bit weird. Always go into it and then select a different one. Or upload a different one. So you just would upload your image here and then it would appear in your media library and then you just tick it and set featured image. Again, what I was mentioning about the sizes, you'll notice that all the images are the same sizes. And then if you start putting in images that are different sizes, it'll make your website look really weird and kind of just unprofessional. So the size is actually here, where I've just highlighted 1280 by 853. Resizing an image is actually really easy. You can do it in like Paint or I've got a Mac, so I just do it in my image editor. So just whenever you're downloading an image, like don't use Google Images, go to something like free picture site, just Google like free pictures or stock free images, download your image and then using like an editor like Microsoft Paint, you can just change the image size. Make sure that when you are resizing an image that you maintain the aspect ratio for at least the height or the width. So usually you would resize it to say 1280 and then hopefully it will be the height will be too high, like maybe 900 pixels or 1000 pixels, and then to crop it, you crop it down by cutting the height. So you don't want to stretch it either lengthways or widthways, because otherwise again it will just make your website look really unprofessional and just like a bit amateur. So if you want to edit the image, I'm making it sound really complicated, but again it's quite easy when you just kind of play around. Okay, your pages are kept here, so that's basically, I'm just going to show you this again. Anything that sits under the menu is a page, anything that sits here is a post. These are featured posts and you can only ever have 3 of them here, but you can have more somewhere else, which I'll show you later. Basically that sit here. Actually, that's really easy, I'll just show you now. So if you want to add in more posts, you can, and they'll sit here. They're not going to be featured posts. But if you want to rotate these, if you want to put something else here, we can do that and make your new one a featured post, if that makes sense. But these 3 that you've got are pretty good. So then your pages that your about, your contact us, your how we can help you, they all sit here under pages. So these 3 are posts, these 4 are pages. So just try and remember that. And again, you edit them in the same way that you edit your posts. So they just sit here, you can just go in. It looks very much like Microsoft Word or something that you'll probably be quite familiar with, and you just plug in your copy here. Oh, this is weird. Why is the about saying coming up like that? Okay, so we need to edit your About Us page. It's good that I went into that to see. Okay, I can do that right now. So this is probably where you put like, we are a group of experienced teachers passionate about improving the performance of all of our students. So you just put something like that, whatever you want to write, and then you just press update here, and then it will automatically update, and you can view it just by clicking view page here. So just some other things I wanted to mention is always go to WP admin. Never use like these tools here, the customize and the edit, because they'll take you to a different editor. So for example, this one's taking you through to appearance, and I think this one takes you through to like the WordPress editor. And that's just not where you want to edit your content. You don't have the same kind of controls, and this basically doesn't speak the same language, so you might end up doing some edits here and then they just don't appear how you want them to appear on your website. So just always try and go into the /WP admin first. Okay, so I think that's the basics. If you have any other specific questions, obviously just drop me a WhatsApp or whatever. But if you want to do some basic edits, then that's how you do them. Hope that was helpful. Ciao.